In part 2 of inCycle's review of the 2015 Giro d'Italia, we move on to stage 13. And indeed, it did prove unlucky for some. A crash just outside the 3-kilometre mark caused havoc for some of the GC leaders. But luck was with Fabio Aru as he came through unscathed. But it was Sasha Modolo taking another win for Lampre Merida.
He drifts one side and then the next, opening up at the centre. It's inCycle, I think that's going to come through. Is he on the line? Oh, fantastic effort! Modolo nails it right at the very end.
Aru's fortune gained him the Maglia Rosa and a 19-second lead over Contador, heading into the individual time trial. Another rainy day faced the riders for the 59.4-kilometre time trial. This was billed as a pivotal stage, and it did not disappoint. Team Sky's Kirienka posting a remarkable time of 1 hour 17 minutes 52, but the favourites were still to come. His teammate Richie Porte didn't have the time trial he was hoping for, seeing him slip further down the GC. After losing the Maglia Rosa yesterday, Contador showed no mercy in the wet conditions, quickly catching Mikel Landa, who started 3 minutes ahead on the road. But for Fabio Aru, it was a day to forget, as he lost over 2 minutes to his rival. Stage 15 was the first true alpine stage. 165 kilometres from Marostica to Madonna di Campiglio in the beautiful Dolomites. A perfect day for climbers with the 3 serious mountains. The Passo d'Aione, the most challenging with 14% gradients, and finally the mighty Madonna climb itself. This was a stage of cat and mouse, and it was Astana's Mikel Landa who rode away in the closing metres to secure victory going into the final rest day. Alberto Contador maintained his lead with a 2-minute 35 advantage. So into the final week and stage 16. 174 kilometres of climbing from Pinzolo to Aprica. 5 climbs including the mighty Monterolo. Just 12.8 kilometres long, but with maximum gradients exceeding 18%. Truly one of the toughest tests in this Giro. When overall leader Contador punctured on the descent of the Aprica with 70 kilometres remaining, Astana broke the unwritten rule of attacking. This only served to stir the hornet's nest inside of Contador, with his GC ambitions at stake as he set off on a solo pursuit of Landa and Aru. Contador started the Monterolo with a deficit of 1 minute. Just over 12 kilometres later, he was to have turned that into a huge advantage. The relentless pace set by Contador was too much for Fabio Aru, and it left Landa to pursue a back-to-back victory.
Landa's gone and Contador's going to go with him. Landa makes his attack, and I think this might be emphatic with it after all the effort that Contador's put in, and we really need to stay with that. This is Aru at the back, but it's about what's going on up front. Minute 50 now because of Landa's attack. He's been given the right to go for this, and he is going to, and I'm afraid that Kruiswijk is going backwards. He's smiling, 2 in a row for him, but at what cost to Aru, his teammate?
That victory took Landa into second place overall, still over 4 minutes behind Contador. Aru a further 50 seconds back. The 2015 Giro proved to be a renaissance for Italian cycling, and stage 17 was no different. Lampre Merida had a plan and delivered, bringing Modolo perfectly to the line for the second time.
Gets hits the front right now. Does Viviani go through with him? Oh, this is amazing. Modolo's also in the mix. It's spread far and wide. Oh, at long last at the line. What an absolutely superb piece of work by Lampre Merida.
Stage 18 was one for the classic specialists, with former world road race champion Philippe Gilbert soloing onto his second win on the Giro.
Gilbert brings it in for the second time on this Giro d'Italia.
It proved to be a good day too for Alberto Contador, extending his overall lead. If Astana were going to wrestle the Maglia Rosa from Contador's shoulders, they were running out of stages to do it. With 7.7 kilometres of the stage remaining, Aru threw caution to the wind and attacked, but with over 6 minutes to bridge, it was only going to be a gesture of pride.
Jersey. That's not a flag of surrender, not a bit of it. He has taken today. Oh, look at this moment. Look what it means to him. And listen what it means to the crowd.
The penultimate day of the 98th Giro d'Italia and the Cima Coppi stage, a 199-kilometre epic that finished with the climb of the Col de Finestra and the summit finish into Sestriere. Team Katusha's Ilnur Zakarin was the first to hit the Strada Bianchi on the mighty Col de Finestra. But behind him, Astana's Landa launched an attack which Contador couldn't follow, and the champion-elect looked to be in difficulty. Without a teammate in sight, Contador rallied himself to limit his losses as Fabio Aru won the stage.
There's the finish line. Get some of that, he says. I've enjoyed this.
Contador came in 2:25 behind, but it was enough to secure the Maglia Rosa. A flat stage into Milan was the final chance for the sprinters to taste glory, but it wasn't to be. Orica Green Edge's Luke Durbridge and Etixx Quickstep's Elio Kaiser slipped away in the closing kilometres, and it was the wily Belgian with the chasing pack closing rapidly who jumped Durbridge to take the victory. But the day belonged to Alberto Contador as the race's overall winner. Nizzolo took the points jersey, Visconti rode away with the climbers jersey, and the courageous Fabio Aru claimed the young riders jersey.